101.1 FM and AM 1160 WCCS.
Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank on WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. It's 9:45. Our interview segment presented by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer, 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online at marcusandmack.com. The Indiana players are going to put on another production. It's called The Dining Room. We're going to learn a bit more about that. We have two cast members, Megan Cronin and Michael Schwartz, and Michael Scarpisi. I got it right? He's giving me the nod. I like that. He is the stage manager for the show. Folks, welcome to Indiana in the Morning. Glad you could be here. How's everybody doing?
Doing good.
Great, thank you.
All right, excellent. So, Megan, we'll start with you. I know you're one of the cast members of the show, but I was given a little bit of a tip on this that the cast members are playing like 5 or 6 different characters in this show.
Yes. It's sort of like our fall production, Love and Information, where it's a bunch of little vignettes. So they all are different characters, different times, different everything. I think there's only one character that gets repeated once, and it's like at the beginning and then at the end.
All right. So what has it been like trying to learn the parts for 5 different characters in this production?
It's been a time. I somewhat like it better because I can then focus on just the vignettes, but it's also hard trying to craft different characters when there's a lot of different situations going on.
I would find it daunting to have 5 different characters kind of rattling around in my head for a time. Michael, you're also part of the cast. I'm assuming you're also playing multiple roles in this.
That's right, and the play is structured so that it's not only different times, as Megan said, but we play different ages. I'm a grandfather, I'm a father, and I'm the youngest cast member's little brother at one point as well.
Oh my gosh!
So it's a lot of fun, and we're lucky to have great direction by Kathleen Kearns, as well as great oversight by our stage manager, Michael.
So, Michael, what has it been like for this production? Has it just been a lot of good work on this so far?
Oh, it's been much good work. Like, the cast, I kind of jumped in late, so, like, I was kind of on the back end of, like, everyone knew their blocking and everything. Mm-hmm. But there was still some work that could be used in a lot of places, but every single day, I always mention that the cast makes so much improvement from the prior day that it was almost like I wasn't really needed. Like, they kind of had most of the things taken care of.
Don't say that. Stage managers are definitely needed.
No, I'm still definitely needed around and stuff like that. But they were able to do most of this work, and they're able to still do a lot of great work. And I'm needed for a couple of parts here and there to help out, but I'm just kind of here to watch the show and make sure that nothing crash and burns.
Okay, so Megan, is this, as it says, the show's called The Dining Room. Mm-hmm. Is it primarily set in there?
Yes, it's a one-set stage. The only thing that changes are a few props.
Oh, wow. So is it that? So talk about some of the characters that you don't need to talk about all of them, but maybe 1 or 2 of the characters that you feel like you've connected with.
I've had a lot of fun with. We've named the scenes little names to help us remember and differentiate. My favorite is table repair.
Oh, boy.
I actually get to do the scene with my boyfriend, which has been really fun because we've got to play people meeting for the first time and kind of being flirtatious and stuff.
Oh.
And it's a really cute, really fun scene.
Well, I can see the inspiration then for some of the choices that you'll make as an actress in that scene. Is this your boyfriend's first time on stage?
No.
Oh, he's been in this. He's an expert at this so far.
He's been in a fair amount of players' productions, and so.
Michael, is there a scene? Is there a vignette that actually pops out at you that you kind of say that's the one for me?
Oh yeah, there's a few good ones. The playwright A.R. Gurney is giving us a look at sort of a vanishing breed of people, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants or WASPs. Who send their kids to boarding schools, and their status at the club is very important. And
the 1%,
right? And Gurney grew up with these people and was one of these people, so he knows them very well. And while he pokes fun at them quite a bit, he does treat them with a great deal of dignity as well. And the one that I enjoy most is a father going over his final plans for his funeral with his son, and you get a sense of what's important to them. You know, there's the golf and there's the fishing and there's that kind of life, but there's a sense of dignity, there's a sense of propriety, and it's easy to poke fun of. It's easy to poke fun at, but it's also very clear that these are people with their own very strong sense of integrity and honor, and they're to be respected.
A lot of great characterizations then in this show. I actually did sneak a peek at the bio that you wrote on this, and you said you kind of have a hard time playing that sort of Wasp character. It sounded like.
Oh, right.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Was I right in quoting that, or
that I did put that in there?
Okay,
I may regret putting that in there.
I
did put that in.
I was just making the note there, but that's all it was. Michael, so with it being five different vignettes in one big set piece, if you will, the big dining room, the title of the show, is it difficult for a stage manager and the crew to kind of make sure that one scene is different from one vignette to the next?
Weirdly enough, no, because there's no major set changes. The only thing that we really have to change is lights, and the person who's doing lighting, Kevin, I cannot remember his last name.
Sure.
Kevin.
I know the man. Yeah.
He has been like taking care of lights, and that's the most, because there's no major sound cues or like set changes that happen. So I'm just kind of backstage, like making sure that people have their props in place, and like I'll set the props for before the show starts and make sure everything's okay.
And having experience in theater myself, I know that even that can be difficult because because people will put them down somewhere or people walk off with it. You know, at least that's my experience with it.
Yeah, well, luckily I have not had anything like that. Everyone
Knock on
usually
wood.
find them in places where they are consistent, so I can always put them back at the top. The only problem that I've really had is there are so many props in the show to keep track of to make sure that they're all okay. Mm-hmm. And then the other issue that I realized is that the way that the show plays is it was really hard to memorize the order of the shows.
Yeah.
So I also told people to get ready for a time when they weren't ready, and we caught it before they went out. Fortunately, during
yeah, that's right. You have to hurt everybody backstage too.
Yep.
All right. So, Michael, I've been noticing the players have been doing a lot of these vignette sort of plays, and also you've had the one acts that have been that were recently done, which are kind of a series of vignettes if you think about it, although no common theme. Is this kind of a popular thing to kind of do 5 little playlets based on a theme nowadays in local theater, or is this just kind of a coincidence that we're seeing a lot of this stuff?
It's probably largely coincidental. Gurney was doing something kind of unique back in 1980, 1981 when it was first produced, and the audience is expected to kind of catch on that these are going to be overlapping vignettes that are related by theme and related to the place, obviously, the dining room, but they don't have that kind of formal, here's the first scene and the second scene moves the story further and the third scene moves the story from point A to point B. They're all little stories.
They're all their own kind of self-contained stories there.
And it works fairly well for adjusted attention spans of audiences over the years, I guess.
I will say that. Yeah, I will say that people probably fidget in their seats for longer monologues and things like that. But when you have fast-paced action and you have quick scenes and quick stories, I think it is more digestible that way.
Right.
So it could be a trend. We won't say that it is, but it could be.
I mean, I do think it was a coincidental thing, and I think that this works better than Love and Information did because it flows more seamlessly, even though it's all these vignettes. Mm-hmm. It just weaves itself together, and it's quite beautiful how it comes together, actually.
Well, this sounds like a lot of fun. So when's the play going to take place? When is that, Michael?
So The show actually opens tomorrow, May 30th.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it starts at 7:30. The house will open 30 minutes before so that people can buy tickets.
So 7 o'clock, house open, 7:30, curtain
Yep.
up.
And it takes place May 30th to June 1st, and on Sundays it starts at 2:30, and the house will open at 2 o'clock. It also is going to occur the next weekend, June 6th to June 8th. And you can also find tickets on the website, www.indianaplayers.com.
And how much are tickets?
Standard tickets are $15. Senior and student tickets are $12. Any member of the Players is $10, and kids under 6 are $8.
While we're here and talking about this, Michael, he just mentioned members. That's one of the benefits of being a member of the Players, and not only that, but you get a lot of information. Plus, you get your voice heard as far as what goes on with the Players, what productions are being held. So there are a lot of benefits to being a member and a patron of the Indiana Players.
Absolutely, and lots of opportunities to contribute, either on stage or behind the scenes, or even just helping getting the word out.
And you don't need to be a member to do that either. It's an all-volunteer organization.
That's true.
And Michael's raising his hand there like, yep, I volunteered for this.
Yeah, I did volunteer for this.
But it sounds like you're having fun.
Oh, I'm having so much fun. Everyone is so sweet and so nice to work with, and it has been such a great time getting to know all these people. I wish I could have been there longer.
Now, I know that we're talking about this production, but I know that the kids' production, the kids' musical's coming up pretty soon, and that is, I think, Once Upon a Mattress Junior. Is that right?
Yep.
It is.
All right, so as soon as this one's done, everything's going to turn around pretty quick. But again, the show is The Dining Room this weekend and next at the Philadelphia Street Playhouse on Philadelphia Street in Indiana. More information on tickets can be found at Indiana Players website and probably Facebook pages as well. Michael Scarpisi, Michael Schwartz, Megan Cronin, thank you all very much for joining us on Indiana in the Morning. All the best, and I'll say it again, break a leg out there, everybody.
Thank you so
you.
much.
And pass our good wishes off to the rest of the
We
cast.
shall.
All right, Megan, Michael, and Michael joining us this morning on Indiana in the Morning to talk about The Dining Room, the latest production of the Indiana Players. And our interview with the company of The Dining Room, brought to you by Marcus & Mack, voted best law firm, best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row, best of Indiana County contest. Visit them online, marcusandmack.com. That's going to do it for this edition of Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's a busy day on Friday. Bob Pollock, Jonathan Bogert, the Crossroads Community Church, our friends at CareerLink, and John Moses of the Altoona Curve. That's on our guest list. Thanks to Matt and Alex for helping out from the newsroom and the sports desk this morning. I'm Josh Widdowson. As always, thanks for listening.
GCES. Retirement planning? Sounds stressful, right?
Not with us. At GCES, we make it simple, and dare I even say, fun?
Well, as fun as planning your golden years can be. But hey, no sales gimmicks, no headaches, just real solutions.
And the proof is in the pudding. We've been voted Best Financial Planner 2 years running in the Best of Indiana County contest, and we have thousands of happy retirees and over